Hey there, fellow classic comic collectors. As always, I'm Scott Harris King. Today I'm back with another haul video, but before we get into that, just a quick reminder, I'm still doing some giveaways to celebrate the hopefully impending arrival of my 200th subscriber. At the time of this, we're posting this, I'm still at 182. So this may go on for a while because this contest is going to continue until we hit 200, but that gives you time to check out the video either below or above, and sign up for one of the two contests for one of the prizes, whichever, or both if you're interested. You can sign up for those. Also, when I hit 200, I'll be doing an Ask Me Anything, and I'm still looking for questions. Ask me anything about any topic. I will give you my answer. If you have any existential questions, I'm your guy. Not really, but I'll do it. Whatever. Comic questions, whatever you want. Just let me know. You can post those either in the original video or you can ask the questions below here. And when I hit 200 subs, I will post a massive screed answering every possible question in the world. So that's in the future, though. So what do we got today? Well, let's check it out. Today, I've got a brand new setup here. My previous little mini tripod for my camera busted, so I got this great big tripod. That means I've had to set it up a little different. So from now on, my videos may be coming at a slightly different angle. And at some point, I've been dealing with some health issues. I won't get into the gory details. It makes it a little difficult for me to sit down. But at some point, once I'm able to sit back down, I'm going to use this tripod to get a cool backdrop, probably with my bookcase, so you can see all the cool stuff on my bookcase here. So that'll be fun. But for now, I just wanted to mention your eyes aren't deceiving you. Things are a little bit differently. The room is stretching behind me like the Haunted Mansion. But this new tripod isn't the only thing that I've got today that's new and exciting and different. I have another batch of eBay purchases that I've gotten in. I've actually slowed down my purchasing a little bit. I realized I was going a little bit crazy with some of the purchases, so I'm still buying stuff, but I'm focusing it a lot more on the specific titles and stuff that I'm looking for instead of just buying anything that looks neat. But I saw something here that I had to buy as soon as I saw it. There's a whole story behind this. I saw it as a My Comic Shop purchase, and for those who don't know, if you buy stuff from their website instead of eBay, it's cheaper. So when I saw it on eBay, I was like, let me go to eBay. Usually when I get something from My Comic Shop, I also check and see if they have any other issues that I want. So I did that. I eventually, after about 10 minutes, I was like, nope, there's nothing else. I'm just going to buy this. Put it in my my basket on the website, went through the checkout process, and when I went to complete the process, there was an error message saying it wasn't there. Someone had bought it on eBay while I was doing that. So I was very upset that I missed the chance because it's a comic I've not only never seen before, I've never even heard of, had no idea it existed. But then the next day it reappeared. And so I don't know if there was a glitch in the system or if someone canceled that previous order. I think that is possible because what I have here is unusual and they might have mistaken it for something else. Because what I got here is Love 1977? Now, the confusion in my voice is that DC put out 2 issues of Love. It's Love 1970, which has a great Nick Cardy cover and is a Bronze Age romance key. And then Love 1971, which has an even more awesome cover and is a really hard to find top bronze romance key. I would put that second or third, depending on whether you consider Falling in Love 99 to be Bronze Age or not. It's in that conversation. DC Spectacular 100, number 5. That's it. Like Love 1971 is like one of the big ones. And so I have Love 1970, I have Love 1971, and it's always like, oh, it's too bad they didn't put out more issues. So when I saw this with the same logo, but 1977, I was absolutely flummoxed. And so the answer is, it's 60 cents here for 96 pages, but that's not 60 American cents, it's 60 Australian cents. So this is from an Australian publisher, and the interior is romance comics, black and white, mostly American, mostly Charlton. There's a couple in here that I think might have been South American or something. They don't look Charlton to me. The It's not the art so much as the lettering. Just even for Charlton, it doesn't quite look right. So yeah, love 1977. So excited to get this. Not just because I've never seen it before, never heard of it, and it's got this fantastic cover. I think it's Tom Sutton. I didn't actually look that up. But anyway, so cool. And then the fact that I had that experience where I thought I'd lost it, and I was sure I would never see another one, and then they put the same copy back up for sale. So excited to get this. 96 big pages. Love 1977. At some point, I'll show off all three loves at the same time. I should have dug the other ones out here, but I didn't. But anyway, love 1977. Okay, here it is, through the magic of editing, all three at the same time. Love 1970, love 1971, and for some crazy reason, it's love 1977, where they just took a bunch of Charlton interiors and cover, and then they stole the title and logo from DC and slapped it all together into one book. So how cool is this? Oh my gosh. That's not the only thing I have today, though. More romance. I think everyone expects that at this point. When I have something that's not romance, I'll probably put it like right in the title, so all the people that don't like romance can click on it. But I got this 2-pack, not Tupac, but a 2-pack of comics, and I'm happy with them. I also made a little bit of a mistake with them. It's 100-page giants, Young Romance 198 and 199. I got a really good deal on this, the kind of deal where you see the price and you just click immediately to buy it now. They're low grade, but complete. So what was my mistake? Well, I'm only missing 2 100-page giants with Young Romance, which is why I was so excited to buy it immediately. But I'm actually not missing 198 and 199. I was missing 198 and 197. So one of these is a double. 199 is a double. I think the other copy I have of 199 is significantly higher grade than this. So this is going to go in the doubles pile. I'll probably trade or sell that at some point to someone else that can appreciate it. I am happy to get 198, so that's one more down. And honestly, it was like $12, including shipping for the pair. That's normally what I would expect to pay for just one of them, for these 100-page giants. So it turned out fine, but for a hot minute there, I was like, oh yeah! No. We've also got another batch of romance comics, and this is a lot that I put together. I do this sometimes. I've mentioned this in previous videos, where once I win something from a certain dealer on eBay, then I will give them offers on other things that they have, because they're going to combine shipping, and I've already sort of lowered the total price of things. So these weren't that cheap, but there's a specific reason why I wanted them anyway, and they weren't that expensive either. So it's Girls Romances, number 96. These are mostly lower mid-grade copies, the 4.5 region. Nice solid copies. Girls Romances 96. Girls Love Stories 93. Later, Girls Love Stories 141, so significantly later. It's interesting, like they have grades listed on the back that I don't really agree with, but it's fine. And then here's the big one. It is Girls Romances 78. Now this is a really low grade copy. It's got looks like a tape stain. I'm going to take this out of the bag and inspect it right here, because this is actually the big purchase. Even though it was the cheapest, they have a $5 sticker on here. It was actually only like, I think, $3. But once I had this one, I was like, let's get the rest of them. So yeah, it's got tape on the spine, one over the top staple, one in the middle of the spine. And that is holding the cover together, because the spine otherwise is completely split. There's also, it looks like tape here. I'm not sure what happened. It looks like tape, but it's actually more like a grease mark or something. You can kind of see right through the cover. Um, so it's also got writing all over it, a bunch of writing. Interesting. There's notations on all these covers with dates and names and initials. But I'm looking for a specific panel. You guessed it. This is another one of these stupid Roy Lichtenstein issues. And this one is a well-known one. If I can find the panel, I'll show it to you. Here it is here. It's that panel there. Forget the name of the painting, In the Car or something like that. As a result of that panel that I just showed you, these, can run you in lower grade, low mid-grade copies can easily run you $50, $100 or more. So even though this is, a train wreck of a copy, it's a great filler. I can check it off my checklist. If I get an upgrade at a price that I like, then great. But now I'm not sort of forced to pay through the nose to get this Lichtenstein issue. So as a completist, I'm trying to put together a full run. It's important to me to get stuff like this that is more in my price range. So I'm excited to get this. This whole lot is nice. I think it was $37 for the whole lot. And I think I definitely got my money's worth. It's a fair price anyway, but given the importance of Girls' Romances 78, which is one of the bigger Lichtenstein issues, I think I did very well for myself. It's so beat up, it's hard to tell how much this is worth, but I would, I wouldn't take less than 30 or 35 even in this condition for this, just because there's sort of like a floor for this issue. So yeah, I think I did well with this. I'm pleased, and I'm pleased I don't have to pay a bunch of money because of all the Lichtenstein collectors. So anyway, that's it for now. We're starting this off with a bang, and now we've got 3 new packages coming in. I don't know what one of them is. The other 2, I have an idea. So let's just finish strong here. I'm going to start with this one here. It is Young Romance during the period where they weren't putting numbers on the covers. These are the least interesting and therefore least valuable and easiest to get if you're tracking them down. I say easiest to get. They're actually harder to find than the DC issues, but they're cheaper. There was a period when Simon and Kirby left the book and the series left Prize. It was taken over by this other company for a little while, for 3 or 4 years, and then at that point, then it went over to DC, and they picked up the numbering with 125. But between the original numbering ending, I think maybe 90 or so was the last issue, and 125, there were these issues where they were putting them out and they just weren't putting the numbers on the covers, and they're sort of just not great, but they do, have this cool sort of Fantastic Four-esque logo. So I try and pick these up cheap. I've only got a few of them, but I'm slowly filling in this strange sort of middle run. Next up we got, I'm not actually sure what this is. I pulled these out of the packaging and I haven't looked at them, so we're gonna all discover together what we got here. We have, it's Our Love Story number 10. Looks like maybe a John Romita cover. I can't go wrong with that. And then we've got Falling in Love, number 123. I Love You, number 127. Okay, this is starting to come back to me. I think this is a really cool cover. The different patterns, sort of the angularity, really go with the logo. This is right when the series was about to end. So the 127, I think 128 or 120, I don't know, it ended right around 129, 130. So this is right at the end, and so we're talking like 77, and it was really kind of a funky new design era that just didn't last long enough because Charlton stopped making comics. Romantic story. I love him. I want to marry him, but I'll be no widow. The images say otherwise, lady. Teen Confessions. This one's really trashed. It's got a lot of water damage. Teen Confessions 54. And that means that this one here is Just Mary number 62. This is a lot that I put together on eBay, and they were really cheap. So all 6 of these, six romance books. It was like $10 combined for all of them, but then the shipping was $7.50, so I almost paid more shipping than for the actual comics. And then finally, we got another lot I put together where once I had bought a couple, there's a couple in here. We're going to end strong because it's the return of The Quest. The Quest. And once I knew I was buying a couple of these, I just picked some throw-ins because they had a bunch of interesting romance books. After the romance genre sort of ended in the late 70s and all the major publishers stopped making them, of course, it was right as they were about to start. Comics had the independent comics boom. So throughout the 80s and into the early 90s, romance comics were being made by indie publishers, self-publishing people, and a lot of them had sort of twists on the genre, a lot of sort of ironic stories and stuff. So I picked up a few of these from the 80s. It is Jacques Bovin's Love Fantasy #1. I really dig this one because she's basically reading an issue of young romance. Young romance. It says all true romance, but it's clear from the logo that it's young romance. Sinister romance. And Janet L. Hetherington's Eternal Romance, which is some sort of vampire thing. I like this one because it's got the Christmas story where she's saying, "He's so kind and good and mysterious. His special powers make me wonder, could he be angel or alien?" So, yeah. And then, of course, the reason I was buying from this person to begin with, it's Archie number 520 and Archie number 553. So let's bring up the quest board. And now we can blast these off. 520, whoosh, 533, 553, whoosh. So we're down to just 3 issues for my quest. When I get those 3 issues, I'll have issues 159 to present. I think the most recent issue is like 712 or something. So I'm gonna have like 550 straight issues of Archie if I can just get these last 3. And trust me, as soon as I manage to track down 511, we're gonna have a party because that is really annoying. But for now, I'm really excited. I got in all these great books, so much great reading, so much cool, cheap romance, and I don't actually have any purchases at this point. I've caught back up, so I don't know what's coming next because I don't know what I'm going to buy next, but you'll probably see some more of my attempts to finish this Archie run, and who knows what the future brings. So we'll find out together, and I'll see you next time.